Spring had come to the land of the Ashkenazi. Clear skies and a steady west wind swept over the beaches as the ships were loaded with supplies for the journey to Phrygia. Captain Fanuel stood with his arms folded across his chest. Abaya approached the space marine. "I suppose this is it. The fight for the soul of this planet. I know the prophecies foretold this fate, that the man of metal would fight against the darkness. But I never thought I'd live to see the prophecy come to pass. I almost wish things could go back to the way they were. It was a simpler time, and we had peace with Phrygia."
You almost wish.
"Yes, as terrible as this is going to be, I have been blessed to see this prophecy come to pass. It means that we are ready to become part of the Emperor's plan for the galaxy, to join with the others who fight for humanity. Though, I must also admit that I feel pity for the Phrygians."
Why? They are ruthless monsters. Heretics that must be purged from this planet without mercy.
I pity their fate. I pity that they were doomed by mere chance. Before the coming of you and the great enemy, the Phrygians were just normal men. Some good, some evil, not really different from the Ashkenazi or the Temerine. What if fate decreed that you were to land in Phrygia, and the Wicked One landed among the Ashkenazi? Is mere chance the only difference between the two peoples?
Do not twist your mind with such doubts. You must be set as steel. No sympathy or pity must reside in your heart. By chance, by fate, or by design, the people we sail against are damned. The appropriate mercy is to send them to the dark gods they chose to serve. Even if the depraved one had landed here instead of me, I would expect you and the Ashkenazi people to resist with every ounce of strength, and die in the Emperor's grace. The Phrygians did not, and so they shall be paid the wages that they have earned for their heresy. Let us look to the task at hand.
Well, we should be able to set sail soon. But we haven't heard any word from Al-Rashid and the Temerines. We may have to leave them. The winds are just too perfect right now." Captain Fanuel nodded, gesturing behind Abaya to the dunes. Cresting over the sandy hills were the horsemen of the Temerine with Al-Rashid at their head. The Lord of the Desert dismounted and approached Captain Fanuel.
"So, you are the Golem, the legendary man of steel. It was you who taught the Ashkenazi to make blades that cut through flesh like butter, and armor that can turn away the arrows of any foe."
That is correct. Are your men prepared to sail across the ocean and make war in a strange land against hideous creatures of darkness?
My grandfather slew the blood-drinking beast of Mara many years ago. I am prepared to take up his mantle once again and banish the servants of Shaitan back into their accursed pits.
Al-Rashid turned to Abaya and acknowledged him.
"Ah, and I greet you again, Abaya, who came to me in the winter with such fine gifts of steel. It is rare that a priest becomes a ruler."
"I am not ruler. I am merely the Emperor's servant."
"You serve him well."
"Thank you. Are you and your men prepared for the sea journey?"
"Absolutely not. Sitting on a cramped boat with our horses stowed below. Such a thing is hell to us. But that will only make us more eager to get off of the boats and slay the wicked ones."
Your willingness to suffer is admirable. But there is work to be done, and we must hurry if we are going to catch the tide.
Let it be done according to the will of He who guides all our paths.
Spring has come at last. wretched storm season ruined our fun in the little kingdom my cousin has been building. Oh, he has not been idle. He's constructed his little forts, and his little toy soldiers march to face my reavers. Oh, but we have not been idle either. The winter has been a time of worship and devotion. Our offerings of pain and pleasure taste sweet on the lips of our mistress, and she, in return, has been bountiful with her blessings. When we face the servants of the corpse god once more, we will not be fighting with mere sticks and stones. My reavers will be imbued with the strength and exquisite elegance of my dark prince. His power shall pierce the metal hide of that little wind-up toy that seeks to destroy me. Blood and wine flow freely in the dark temple, and soon the Neverborn shall walk among us, and this planet will belong to Slanesh.
No man do they call me. My mother and my father, and all my comrades as well. Thank you all for listening to this week's episode of Heart of Iron. If you enjoyed what you heard, please leave a like and a comment, as that will help harden your hearts against the piteous wails of the heretics as you purge them. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so in order to hear more stories about teaching a robot about friendship. If you would like to support the work I do, you can donate via PayPal, or you can also support me on Patreon. Both of those will be linked below. And if you have absolutely no idea what's going on, you can click on the Heart of Darkness playlist, which should be appearing on screen right now. Thank you once again for listening. No Man out.